Welcome. This will be a mobility focused flow class. My name is Roseanne, and I'll be guiding the sequence today. So let's lie down on our backs. Always a great place to begin. Grounded, supported, and just breathe. We flow through our breath. Our breath matches movement. Even as we lie here still, there is flow, the very breath we take in. And that same breath that we choose to release. Bring the hands to the lower ribs, if you wish. And inhale wide and feel that expansion. The sides, the front and back of the ribs, and exhale. Again, feel that growth, that increase in space. Take up a little room. And exhale, let it go. Come around like this. And then slide those feet in, plant them. Let the hands go from the ribs and bring them instead to the top of the pelvic ridge. Perhaps you even bring your index and your thumb together to make a triangular shape, both hands, and set it on your pelvis so those thumbs and the meaty part of your hand is at the top of the pelvic ridge. Inhale here, feel the breath go all the way down into your belly, all the way down to your pelvic floor, and then exhale. Pelvic floor pulls up and in. Inhale as that pelvic floor descends toward the toes. And exhale, pull it slightly up and in. Release those hands. Inhale and feel the ribs expand. And then allow that to descend into the belly and the pelvic floor. And exhale, feel the pelvic floor pull up and in, and the ribs cinch in. From here, arch the spine as you inhale. And exhale, and print the lower back and peel the spine off the earth as the arms come overhead. Circle those arms round as the hips lower. Oops, no room here. Again, inhale, those arms reach up. And exhale, sweep them around, lower the hips. Again, lift and lower. A few more. Last one, lift, arms come overhead. Bring them to your sides. Press through those feet and then come onto the tips of the toes and then roll onto the heels. Inhale as they come onto the toes and exhale as they come onto the heels. Back of head is heavy. Shoulders rooted. Last one, inhale. And exhale, lower the feet, lower the hips, hug those knees in and make some circles one way. And reverse direction. From here, you may choose to roll up and down the spine if there's no issues with the spine, or we'll meet on our bottom, sitting in boat pose. I like to inhale as I come back, exhale as I come forward, and then stay. Find your sits bones, reach your arms overhead. And then exhale, give yourself a nice little hug. Slide those hands to the backs of the thighs. Inhale to arch the spine. Exhale to round back. Again, inhale forward. Exhale back. Feet stay rooted as best you're able. 2 more. Last one, lift, arms reach. And clasp or grip those fingers and rotate to the right. Come to center and rotate to the left. Like you're rowing a boat. Exhale to rotate. Inhale to reach. A few more. Last set. Last side to the left. Time to the left. Reach those arms up. Lengthen those legs. Pour your body forward. Roll up through the spine. Plant your hands behind the body and plant those feet. Lift up through the hips. Then walk yourself to the front of your mat and come into a forward fold. Hands to shins, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold and come down into a plank, perhaps with the knees down to start. And lift that chest through the arms, broaden across the clavicles. And then tuck the toes and bring those hips back, almost into a child's pose, but not quite. Wave the spine forward. Again, the chest comes through. And bring it back. A few more. Like to inhale forward and exhale back. Last one, inhale forward and allow the shoulders to come toward the ears, then press the earth away. As you do this, pull the belly button up and in. Sink and press away. 2 more. Press to the tops of the feet here. Activate through the legs. Last one. And from here, tuck those toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Just to test out how this feels in the wrists, press through the hands. And then hover the knees here. And wave the body forward. Perhaps you stay lifted this time. Bend the knees. Send the hips up and back, down dog. Wave forward. Let's do 2 more. And again, those finger pads kind of grip toward one another, but the hand presses down, slight dome in the center of the palm. And this time, lower the knees, roll up through the spine, clasp the hands, roll the wrists, reach those arms overhead, circle them in behind the body as you inhale. Perhaps they come to the lower back here, or the lower back, and then sink your bottom to your heels and slide yourself forward. From here, come into a little sphinx and look over the left shoulder as the right knee bends. Back to center. And look over the right shoulder as the left knee bends. Did I say that right? Yeah. Continue here. Two more. Last one. Perhaps you come onto the hands as you inhale. And exhale to lower down. Turn your head so that left side of the face comes to the earth as you slide the right leg out. And slide the leg long again. Look the other way. Slide the left leg in. And bring the head back to center. Take those hands perhaps around where the shoulders are. where it feels strong for you to press the earth away and come into your downward facing dog. That right leg rises. Stack the hips for a moment. Press your both hands and pull that knee through the hands. Set the foot down. Reach up into your runner's lunge. Turn this into a warrior two. Plant that back foot. And then reach through that right arm. Reverse warrior or exalted. And then hands come down to frame the front foot. Step back into your plank. Come forward slightly with the body as you find your chaturanga. Find your version of up dog. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Left leg rises. Bend the knee, stack the hips. Pull that leg through. Come into your high lunge. Turn this into a warrior two. Open up to the right side wall. That right hand comes down, left arm up for exalted. And hands come down as you step again into your plank. Another chaturanga, come forward with the body. Find your up dog choice. And exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Step or walk to the front of your mat. Hands to shins, halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale to fold. Bend those knees and sit into chair as the arms either come to heart center or sweep up. And come to stand to your full height as you circle your arms around. Arms reach. And step back with that left foot. Short stance, warrior one. From here, lengthen the lead leg as the arms bend and your elbows come to your ribs. And reach the arms up as you bend the lead knee. Again, lengthen, bend the arms in. And reach. If you like this, find your flow. I like to inhale as arms bend and exhale as I come forward into the bent knee. Last one. Peel those arms in behind the body, interlace them if able, and bring your torso forward as you hug those inner thighs toward one another, or up and back rather, and those outer hips, hug them in. Those hands slide down the body, plant the left hand as you extend through the spine and rotate toward the right. And that right hand comes down as you turn this into a regular triangle. And the left hand slides along the right one. You'll see the back of me here to find our triangle. You mean to adjust your stance a little. And bend that lead knee as that right arm sweeps up into exalted or reverse warrior. And hands frame the front foot as you step back into your plank. Instead of taking the chaturanga, you can always just bring the chest through the arms, just another option, or take your chaturanga and then find us here in your version of up dog and hips up and back, downward facing dog. From here, walk yourself forward. Hands to shins, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold and sit into chair. And rise up. Arms at your sides. Reach right back up again. From here, step back with that right foot this time into the warrior one. From here, lengthen the lead leg as the arms bend in. And bend the knee as the arms extend. Repeat. Make sure that knee tracks, that front knee tracks in line with the second and third toe. Balance weight through both legs. 2 more. Last one. Lengthen the lead leg as the arms peel back. Broaden across the chest. Perhaps clasp the hands together and pour yourself forward with those legs. Squeezing in and back. Unleash the hands, slide them down the body. Lengthen through the spine here. Crown long. Inhale. And exhale, rotate toward the left lead leg. And then left hand comes down and slide that right hand along the left arm and open up into your triangle. Bend the lead knee as that left arm sweeps up, exalted. And then windmill your arms and find your version of plank. Again, you could moderate and just come right into the up dog or bend into chaturanga. Elbows back in space. And then lift through the heart, belly button up and in. Tuck the toes, hips up and back, down dog. Right leg rises. And pull it through center and come into a plank here. Suction cup that knee in and then extend that right leg again to the sky. And then pull that right knee to the right elbow. And lengthen it long to one-legged dog. Bend the right knee, cross the knee over to the left elbow. And reach for the sky. And then pull that leg right through center. Plant the foot, blade the back leg, windmill the arms to come into your warrior two. Drop the back arm, reach through the right arm. And turn this into a side angle, right forearm to the thigh. Bring this into a triangle by lengthening out the lead legs and the hips back in space. And from here, bend the lead leg once more. And again to exalted. Pivot on the back toes so that you face the short edge of your mat. And pop those back toes off the earth. See if you can find your warrior three. Perhaps your hands are on the earth. Perhaps you have a wall nearby to support. And then bend that supporting leg as you lift the left knee through. I can't quite extend it here, but extend your left foot out in front of you. And then sweep it again behind the body back into that warrior three. Ooh, I'm falling down. And then bend that knee. Again, lift the torso back up. Extend again through that left foot. And then bend the left knee once more. And that left hand will come out as if you're holding a tray. Clasp the inner ankle and reach yourself into dancer's pose. Arc the body here. One more inhale. And exhale, feet come side by each. Sweep those arms up. Pour your body forward. Hands to shins, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, step back into your plank. You can always take a break here if you need, or take your chaturanga. Chest comes through the arms, broaden here, press the earth away. Tuck the toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Left leg rises. Pull it through center for core engagement here to your plank. Lift the leg back up. Bring it to the left elbow to left knee, or left knee to left elbow. Lift the leg up. Left leg, left knee to right elbow. Leg reaches long. Then suction cup that leg through midline. Plant the foot. From here, that back leg comes to plant as you windmill the arms and come into your, running out of breath, warrior two. Back arm drops as the right arm reaches. And let's turn this into a side angle. And side angle is really about the lengthening of that top side. Pivot on those back toes and come into a runner's lunge. Arms reach. And then pitch the body forward and find your warrior C, warrior three. Bend that back knee as you lift your torso up. Extend that right leg in front of you. With the leg extended, swing it back in space like a pendulum into the warrior three again. Bend that right knee, pull it through. Elongate the leg.
And then bend the knee and take that right arm out as if you're holding a tray and clasp the inner or outer ankle, whatever you can get. Maybe you stay here or you arc the body. Release that here and extend that right leg behind you. And then plant the back foot as you come again into the warrior two. So we can extend the front leg and bring ourselves into this longer triangle, elongated triangle. Bend the lead knee as the hands plant either side of the foot. Step back into your plank. Come down to your chaturanga, your version of up dog, and hips up and back, and downward facing dog. Right leg pulls up, goes up into the sky. Pull it through center again into that plank. And lift it long up behind you. Three-legged dog. And bring that right knee to elbow and extend. And left knee to left elbow again, but this time lengthen that right leg out to the side. And here we are in fallen triangle. You could stay right here, or this is just an option. Blade the back foot and rotate your torso open toward the left here as you lift the hips as high as you can and press through the feet, press through the bottom arm. And then lower the left hand, sweep that right leg up again, and then pull the leg through, but this time drape it for pigeon. Woo. That left leg goes long behind you, directly out of the hip socket here. Let's keep the flow, lengthen through the spine, and pour yourself forward. If you want to continue to flow, you can roll up and extend the heart down. Or maybe you just find stillness instead and bring yourself onto your forearms, or bring yourself all the way down to the earth. As that right hip draws back, we press the lead shin into the earth. One more inhale. As you exhale, begin to lift yourself up if you were lowered. They plant those hands, tuck the back toes, and lengthen the right leg up into the sky. You could bring feet side by each, or you could take the three-legged dog and bring it forward into a plank, lower into your version of chaturanga. Again, that other knee could come down, and bring yourself into your up dog. And take the down dog. Left leg rises. Pull it through center, engage the core. Lift it right back up. Right or left elbow to left knee to right to left elbow, and pull it up. And opposite knee to opposite elbow. Stay and lengthen that left leg out. Could pause here, could even lower the hips and kind of just sit down, or rotate open toward the right. Lift the hips high. Fallen triangle. One more inhale. And exhale, that right hand comes down as you sweep that left leg up. Keep it up if you wish as you come forward into the plank. You don't have to, though. Both could be down. Lower down to your chaturanga. Again, your knees could be down as well. And then come up into your version of up dog and down dog. Left leg rises. Pull it through and drape the shin. Thank goodness, right? At least for me. Lift up through the heart and pour yourself forward. Roll through the spine to rise. And you could continue with this. Or find stillness. Again, that lead shin presses into the earth. That's what protects the knee, especially if we're not in parallel with the shin, which most of us aren't. Because if you're parallel, you then will naturally flex the foot, and that will protect things. But if you're not at parallel, you don't have to flex the foot as long as that shin is pressing into the earth. And then lift up and take yourself into a downward facing dog. Come into plank, but then only to lower onto the belly. That left cheek comes to the earth. Arms are in cactus. We slide that right leg out again, kind of like we did earlier. Except we're going to pause here. If you feel safe for the knee, you could even extend or just play with that leg a little bit. And then slide it long and switch to the opposite way. Lengthen both legs. And from here, you could take one-legged bow, so the right hand comes to that same ankle. And lift a little as you inhale. And exhale to lower. Or choose any breath pattern that feels good in your body. Again, these are just suggestions for the most part. One more time. Let go of that ankle. Let go of the arm, lower down. And switch sides. Lift a little as you inhale. And exhale to lower. And we press this hand into the leg, and the leg presses back. More time, lift. And then let that go. And if that felt good to you, perhaps both hands come back to clasp either or each ankle, and we lift up into bow, full bow. Perhaps even gaze up. Stick out the tongue. And lower back to the earth. Press those hands into the earth as you widen the knees and sit into your first child's pose. Inhale as you lift up a little bit off of your haunches. That left arm will rotate open, and thread that left hand underneath the right arm to sit the hips perhaps back down again. And slide that left arm out, right arm reaches and threads underneath the opposite arm as we perhaps bring the head down, and that right shoulder, the shoulder that's down, we pull kind of the arm back toward the right side. And then slide it out. Come forward onto the belly to roll onto the back. And hug those knees in toward the chest and lengthen them up to the sky. You could stay right here and just pull them toward the face. Or if shoulder stand is in your practice, make sure that you don't look around once you're in the pose. Really press through the shoulders, press through the forearms, roll the biceps in a little bit, and then lift the hips at the strength of your core, and then press those arms really, those upper arms into the earth. You might even come over with the legs. Knees could be bent here into more of a plow. Again, we don't want a lot of pressure on the neck. It should be in the arms and the shoulders. Or inhale. As you exhale, bring those legs back up to the sky. Use the core slide and also slide the hands on the outsides of the legs to help yourself to lower back down. Hug the knees. Plant the feet. One hip bridge, left and lower. You could do this again and just come into the bridge, or even interlace the hands and press them down into the earth. Or if you feel open enough and wheel is in your practice and you feel safe with wheel, you could come into it. So make sure the hands are wide enough that you have a good base of support. You have lots of room in the lower back. Your lower back feels healthy. And press the earth away. And that chest comes through the arms. Feet are just as active, lower body just as active as the upper body. One more inhale. And exhale to slowly bend the elbows and lower yourself down onto your shoulders and onto your spine. Arms reach out, widen the feet, and let the left inner thigh come toward the earth. More inhale. Exhale to the other side. Internal rotation of the legs. Feel the inner thigh of that right leg. And then come back to center and take any of the poses you wish before you lengthen your legs out and find your Savasana. And since it is fall, where I am, pranayama is especially important. So 3-part breath is an offering. Inhale a little, perhaps a little more, and a final sip of air, and exhale out the mouth. Again, sip, sipping a little more air. Final top up, and exhale through the mouth. Again, at your own pace, anywhere along that one breath, take 2 to 3 sips. And when you exhale, the tongue can come to the roof of the mouth. If that doesn't create any tension. And then let that breath pattern go and soften. Notice the natural flow of your breath without force. See if you can observe your experience, your natural breath. And accept your current state. Whether that be pleasing or not. The breath, a reflection of our experience right here and now.
Perhaps the breath keeps shifting along with your emotional state. You can see their connection, and the ebbs and flows that are reflected off the mat and outside of our bodies and inside. Microcosm and macrocosm, the same. And a reminder of everything being temporary. Begin to add movement to the body. Perhaps you wiggle fingers and toes, roll wrists and ankles. Take both directions. And perhaps hug the knees in or a long body stretch, whatever calls. If the knees are hugged in, maybe you lull the head side to side, wiggle the jaw, move the tongue around. And roll into your favorite side. Inhale to the lower back. And on the exhale, or whenever you're ready, sit up. Roll your shoulders. Perhaps you bend at the elbows here. Reverse directions. Then reach those arms up. Bring the hands through to heart center. Feel free to chant one long Sat Nam with me. It's like means truth is thy name, truth is thy essence. Coming from the heart space. Inhale. And exhale to chant. Sat Nam. Thank you for practicing with me today. Sat Nam. If you liked this video and you happen to be in the Simcoe County area, I work at Giovanni Wellness. That's more gentle kind of yoga practices. And then I work at the Body Hub for more kind of physical practices. It's a Pilates and yoga studio. Have a great day.